Hello and welcome to the Western Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Jenny and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC. That's strivescan.com/WACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our first school, Rutgers University, New Brunswick.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Hope you're well. My name is Alicia Shah. I am the admissions officer for Rutgers University. All the information I'm going to be giving you today is specifically for the New Brunswick campus. That is the flagship campus in New Jersey. There are two other smaller campuses, one in Camden and one in Newark, but all the information today I'm going to be giving you is for the New Brunswick campus. I am a graduate of Rutgers, New Brunswick. I loved my time there so much. I went and got a master's degree at a school in Philadelphia, worked there for a few years, and I've been with Rutgers for almost 6. I spent majority of my time as an academic advisor in School of Engineering, and I've been with admissions for about 2 years. So I just really enjoyed my time there so much. I knew I wanted to come back and work on the staff side. And since graduating, we've grown leaps and bounds. Now we're part of the top 1% universities worldwide. We have joined the Big Ten, and we are the most diverse school in the Big Ten. We have over 25 programs ranked in the top 25 nationally, and we are the number 23 public school in the nation. There are so many opportunities for students to get involved academically, socially. We have over 175 research centers and institutes on campus. So students as early as their first year can get involved in research and get paid or get academic credit for it. We have over 750 student clubs and organizations on campus that has grown since I've been there. And that's partly because if there's a club or organization that's not available at Rutgers, all you have to do is get 3 friends and a faculty advisor, and you can make your own club or organization. New Brunswick is nicknamed the hub city because we are connected to a lot of other large cities via plane, train, and automobile. We do have a train station that is right on campus. And in 45 minutes, you are in New York City, 90 minutes, you're in Philadelphia. And a lot of students take advantage of this when they're trying to figure out co-op and internship opportunities. Students will pursue different co-ops and internships in New York and Philadelphia because of our proximity and the train station being on campus, the ease of getting to these 2 large cities. We're also 3 hours from Baltimore, 4 hours from Washington, D.C., and 5 hours from Boston. I always bring that up because we know that students have friends that are in larger cities as well as family members in these cities. And it's nice to know where you are in relation to them. In New Brunswick itself, we have a lot of businesses that are headquartered, including Johnson & Johnson, Bristol Myers Squibb, L'Oreal, and Colgate-Palmolive. They're either in New Brunswick or very close by, and they're always hiring Rutgers students for co-ops and internships. And we are actually a half an hour from the Newark Liberty International Airport. So we're very close to a major airport, and that is connected to the NJ Transit train station. So in a half an hour, you can be from the airport back to Rutgers campus. You don't have to call an Uber. It's very convenient. New Brunswick is actually spread across 2 cities. Piscataway and New Brunswick. Bush and Livingston are in Piscataway, and then everywhere from College Avenue down are located in New Brunswick. And having 37,000 undergraduate students, we are able to spread students out a lot, and we also stagger our classes where you could be having class maybe at 8:10 in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. It really just depends on how many sections are available. And then traversing the campuses is easy because you're going to be using the Rutgers bus. That is this little image right here behind the Douglas sign. Rutgers buses are included in your student fees. You don't have to pay anything. When you get on the bus, when your friends and family come and visit you, they don't have to pay anything either. Bush is where you're going to find School of Engineering, School of Pharmacy, and our football stadium. Livingston is where our Rutgers Business School is. College Avenue is where our School of Arts and Sciences is located. Downtown New Brunswick is where you'll find School of Nursing and the train station. Douglas is where you'll find Mason Grove School of the Arts, and Cook is like our environmental type field campus with an actual farm. Student life, as I mentioned, we have over 37,000 undergraduate students. We are the most diverse school in the Big Ten. And even though we are a state school, about a fifth of our students come from out of state or a different country. We do have 24 NCAA Division I sports, over 80 fraternities and sororities, and a lot of philanthropic opportunities for students to get involved as well, including Dance Marathon, where over $1 million is raised every year for students with cancer and blood disorders. When you're applying for admission into Rutgers, you're going to be applying for admission into a first-year school. They're the schools in the red banner. So School of Arts and Sciences is our largest school that has everything from math, economics, foreign languages, and English to communication, chemistry, and biology. Ernest Mario School of Pharmacy is our direct entry 6-year PharmD program. School of Engineering is a professional program with 10 engineering majors. Rutgers Business School has 6 professional majors, including accounting, finance, and supply chain. Mason Grove School of the Arts is like our small conservatory type field school where you can pursue fine arts or visual arts. School of Environmental and Biological Sciences has our environmental type majors, including animal science, marine science, and meteorology. In School of Nursing, you'll earn your BSN in 4 years. When you're applying to Rutgers too, you can apply to up to 3 schools on your application. You're going to get 3 independent admissions decisions. We do have a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which is pretty good considering we have 37,000 students. And we're very proud of our first year retention rate, which is 93%. When you're applying, we're not on the Common App, so don't look for us there. You can either apply through the Rutgers website or a coalition application. You're going to want to submit your self-reported academic, your optional test score, and the $70 application fee. Our regular decision deadline is coming up December 1st, and that's what you want to keep in mind if you want to be considered for merit and need-based aid. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Reminder to all of our participants, you can use the Q&A function at any time if you have a question for our schools here today. Next, we have Seton University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa Hansen. I am with Seton University, the Assistant Director of Admission for the West Coast region for Seton. And if you are not familiar with us, we're just a tiny bit north of Rutgers. We are in South Orange, New Jersey. We are a Catholic university located just outside of New York City, only 30 minutes by train or subway and 14 miles as the crow flies, as they say. And we are considered a mid-sized university. So we're just a little over 6,000 undergraduate students, 45% diversity rate. So quite a diverse population for our size. We are also really close to the Newark airport. It's where most of our students and families come in to visit us from, 20 minutes away. And we are only an hour from Philly, mountains, beaches, and just again, 30 minutes from New York City. So lots of fun to be had. As I mentioned, we are a Catholic university over 160 years old, named after the first American-born saint, Elizabeth Ann Seton. We welcome students from all different beliefs, all different walks of faith. And we have a very active campus ministry office that helps students find other opportunities to worship if they don't want to worship in the Catholic tradition. But we do have a chapel on campus for those that do want to grow their faith as well. So we do offer all the advantages of a large research university. So students at Seton Hall can really enjoy advantages of research and internships as early as their freshman year. These are some of our bragging numbers. We have been ranked #1 in the business leadership program in the nation for the last 5 years in a row. As you can tell from this slide, we are the pirates, and that's going to be a theme that continues throughout this show. But we are also very highly ranked for our law school, among the top 20 in the nation, number 16. We are also really focused on outcomes, as you will see going forward. We are in the top 5 universities in the nation for internship opportunities. So on average, over 80% of our students will complete between 3 to 5 internships before they graduate. This is really important to us because we want them to really secure great job opportunities, great internship opportunities, etc. And these are all of our colleges and schools located in the umbrella of Seton Hall University. So some of these that are not mentioned more specifically in my slideshow include the School of Diplomacy and International Relations. So this is a school where we have a direct alliance with the United Nations of America. They helped us write our curriculum. So many students will do internships with the UN, with the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, embassies domestically or abroad, and also in the private sector. So we have had students intern with folks such as Cory Booker in New Jersey. Our Stillman School of Business, very highly acclaimed. I'll talk more about that in a second. Direct entry in School of Nursing, and also education, elementary ed, secondary ed, and special ed opportunities for our students. Our College of Communication and the Arts is also really popular among students in the West Coast because of our proximity to New York City. So many great internship and job opportunities going forward in that area as well. And then of course, theology school, health and medical sciences, and our law school. So again, on our Stillman School of Business, we have a great leadership program. We also have a mock trading room where students can learn to trade with a real fund of money. They can also become Bloomberg certified on a Bloomberg terminal, so they're ready to go to work on Wall Street right after they graduate, or even as an internship. And then also we have a market research center, an entrepreneurial center, and we also have a sports polling center where our students work directly with ESPN to conduct sports polls on various issues, and then the results of those are broadcast nationwide during via various media outlets. We have a lot of dual programs, I should say, that are offered that it's quite unique for many universities. So the first one we offer is with the Stevens Institute of Technology. This is for our engineering programs, and this is a 3+2 opportunity. So in 5 years, a student can gain their undergraduate degree as well as their master's degree in engineering. They usually get their undergraduate degree in either physics or chemistry, and then go on to get their engineering degree. Law programs are offered as well as health and medical sciences. So this is a little bit of an example for our engineering opportunities with students. We also have these dual law programs offered. For this, it's a 6-year program opportunity with our students, 3+3. In this, they can choose to study either business, diplomacy and international relations, political science, religion, or social work for their undergraduate degree. In our School of Health and Medical Sciences, our students can study either a 5-year program for athletic training program where they get their undergrad plus their master's in athletic training, or they can choose a 3+3 option or 6-year program with occupational therapy, physical therapy, physician assistant, or speech and language pathology. And lastly, in our health and medical sciences, we do offer a joint MD program. So this is our 4+3, 4+4, etc. program. Again, we have a very close-knit community, and we offer our students as freshmen all sorts of opportunities for mentorship and coaching. Over 150 different clubs and student organizations, Greek life dances and carnivals, and we are part of the Big East Conference, 14 Division I athletic teams. And we also give a lot of scholarships. These are our deadlines coming up for application. Early action number 1, November 15th, coming up very quickly. And we love to have visitors. So if you can visit us, we'd love to see you in person. or virtually. And this is my information, which I will share in the chat, as well as the application fee waiver. But my time is up, so I will pass it on to the next presenter.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have Hofstra University.
Great. Hi, everyone. My first name is Jane, and I work at Hofstra University. I am the person who works with students from Southern California as well as Nevada. I have a colleague, Christy, who works with students from Northern California, and I'm actually closer to you than you may think. Although Hofstra is in New York, I am actually sitting in Las Vegas at the moment. So we've now moved from the first two schools that are located in New Jersey, our next door neighbor, to New York. Hofstra is located in the town of Hempstead, which is exactly 25 miles east of New York City. So we are on a 240-acre campus that is in a very suburban residential environment. Yet we are only 25 miles or a 40-minute train ride away from New York City. On the East Coast, we do tend to utilize public transportation a bit more than they do out in the West. You will become familiar with trains and subways if you choose or elect to go to a college on the East Coast. And of course, we also have seasonality, right? So all 4 seasons are definitely represented on Hofstra's campus. The closest airport for folks flying in to come to Hofstra is JFK, John F. Kennedy Airport, which is only 14 miles away. It's about as far from campus as it is from New York City. So Hofstra is a medium-sized comprehensive university. We have about 6,100 undergraduate students. We also offer master's and PhD programs. Hofstra also has on its same campus our own law school, as well as our own medical school. So if you count every single Hofstra student, they're about 12,000 strong. Even though we are a medium-sized university, we pride ourselves upon having very small classes. So as you can see, the average class size is 21. Classes never exceed 35. So for most students, your classes at Hofstra very much resemble the same size classes that you've taken while you've been a high school student. All classes are taught by faculty members, so we choose not to use graduate assistants or teaching assistants in our classrooms. And if you're interested in facts and figures, as you can see, the student to faculty ratio is 13:1. At Hofstra, we have about 165 different undergraduate majors. And like many of my colleagues before, they are housed in a variety of different colleges or schools that comprise Hofstra. This next slide is certainly not meant to give you eye strain, but rather just to show you in a visual manner the wide array of majors that the university offers. Certainly the top 3 in terms of popularity at the university are biology, accounting, and film. So certainly at Hofstra, like at many other colleges and universities, we like to balance out the academic and the social side of your 4-year experience. So certainly at Hofstra, there are a plethora of different clubs and organizations, all student run right on campus. About 220 different clubs. That certainly includes things that might relate to a major, things in performance, as well as Greek life and a lot of community service opportunities. We are a Division I institution and have 21 Division I athletic programs at the university. We're one of only a handful of colleges that have not 1, but 2 mascots. Our mascots' names are Kate and Willie. They are 2 lions. Their names stem from the names of the founders of Hofstra University, Catherine and William Hofstra. And because a group of lions is known as a pride, that's where the name of our athletic teams come from. We are known as the Hofstra Pride. Certainly, the vast majority of students at Hofstra do live on campus, and housing is guaranteed for all 4 years. Our students hail from about 45 out of the 50 states each freshman year and approximately 70 different countries. About 82% of Hofstra students do live on campus in any one of our 35 different residence halls. And as others have mentioned, we certainly excel and certainly value hands-on experiential learning, and that takes place in the form of internships. The average number of internships per Hofstra student is 2.3. Don't ask me how you can do 0.3 of an internship. I like the percentage better, and that's about 71% of our students complete at least one internship during their time with us. Those can be done locally, close to campus, certainly in nearby New York City, or over the summertime, close to home, wherever it is that you might be from. Just a little bit in terms of our admission requirements and deadlines. Know that Hofstra utilizes both our own electronic application as well as we are a member of the Common application. So one of those 950 colleges and universities that allows students to utilize the Common application as part of their application process. We have 2 early action deadlines, the first of which is coming up shortly on November 15. They are early action, not early decision, so the non-binding type, meaning you will hear back about your admissions decision a wee bit sooner than the rest, yet you still have all the way until May the 1st to make your very final decision about where it is you're going to be going to college. Know that we are one of the ever-growing list of colleges and universities that are test optional. However, we were test optional since 2014, so we are very adept at reading applications that do not contain test scores. And lastly, I'll just give you a quick glimpse of my contact information. Feel free to take a photo or a screenshot. As I said, I'm the person in the office that works with students from all of the lovely places that you hail from. So thanks for listening. I certainly appreciate it. And we're going to turn things over to our next presenter.
Thank you so much. A reminder to all of our participants, if you have any questions, you can use that Q&A function to ask questions of our schools here at any time. Up next, we have Pace University.
Hello, everyone. Okay. Hello, so my name is Alexa. I'm an admissions counselor here at Pace University, and here at Pace, we do not believe in a one-size-fits-all model for education. We really work with students on an individual basis to ensure that they have a customized 4-year learning plan, which we refer to as our PACE path. Now, your PACE path is essentially going to serve as your blueprint to success, mapping out both long and short-term goals that you'd like to accomplish during your time on campus. These goals may be related to experiences like on-campus research, study abroad, various internships, but the beauty of the PATH system is that no 2 paths look alike. However, the system ensures that all of our students are walking across that graduation stage with those well-rounded social, professional, and academic experiences that they need to go off and be successful in the real world. And when it comes time to choose a major, we have over 100 different degree programs in addition to 35 accelerated degree programs for students to choose from. They are listed throughout our 5 undergraduate schools of study in addition to our law school. Now, our College of Health Professions houses our health sciences as well as our direct admit nursing program. And the Dyson College of Arts and Sciences houses about 60 different liberal arts programs like biology, psychology, digital cinema, criminal justice, communications, and probably what we're known best for out on the West Coast, our School of Performing Arts. We're within the top 30 schools to study performing arts at within the United States. We also have a 3rd campus, our Elizabeth Hobbs School of Law, which allows students to pursue a 3+3 program in which they get a bachelor's degree and a Juris Doctorate in 6 years as opposed to 7, ultimately saving a year's worth of time and money to get to be able to sit for that bar exam. Our Lupin School of Business has all those traditional business majors like your marketing, your finance, accounting. However, we also have some unique concentrations as well, like hospitality and tourism management, arts and entertainment management, and even entrepreneurship if you're looking to be your own boss. Our School of Education will certify you to teach from pre-K all the way up through senior year of high school, and we do have a 5-year master's degree program as well. And last, our Seidenberg School of Computer Science and Information Systems houses all of our tech-based majors, computer science, information systems, and information technology. Now, our Office of Career Services really goes above and beyond to ensure that our students have those professional development experiences to complement everything that they're learning in the classroom. Last year alone, our students completed almost 9,000 professional development experiences, despite the fact that the world has been pretty much shut down because of COVID. These professional experiences are the reasons why 90% of our students are employed within 6 months of graduating from PACE. That's a rate about 20% higher than the national average. PACEscale.com also ranks us within the top 10% for highest earning alumni, as well as the top 10% for best return on investment for your degree. And as little as 10 years out, our graduates are earning more than some graduates from the local Ivy League schools out here on the East Coast. Now, we do have 2 campuses located in the New York metro area. First and foremost, our New York City campus is going to be in the heart of the financial district. You're steps away from Wall Street and the Brooklyn Bridge, really immersed in the hustle and bustle of New York City. However, campus is condensed into about a 5-block radius, so you're within walking distance of everything you need. And about an hour north of New York City campus, we have our Westchester campus, the more traditional of the 2 campuses, also very sustainably focused. We have our nature trails, Choate Research Pond, and even our own environmental center, which hosts over 350 sustainability programs every single year. When it comes time to apply, you can go online to the PACE website or apply through the Common Application. You can waive that $50 application fee simply by taking a campus tour or attending one of our fall open house events. We also need those official high school transcripts, 2 letters of recommendation, and your college essay. Don't worry about submitting those test scores though. We are completely test optional. Our upcoming deadlines, November 15th and December 1st for early action. If you're interested in performing arts, make sure you have that academic application on file with us by December 15th, and those pre-screen materials submitted no later than January 15th. In February, we have our regular decision deadline, as well as a hard deadline for our nursing program. All other applications, aside from nursing and performing arts applications, will be reviewed on a rolling admissions basis. PACE is more affordable than you think, despite the fact that we are a private school. I know the price tag can be a bit scary when you first look at it. 97% of our students are receiving financial assistance, but on average, about $26,000 of it will be coming directly from PACE University. In terms of contact information, I am here to help you guys out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns throughout the process, feel free to take down my contact information, send me an email, give me a phone call. I am more than happy to point you in the right direction. That's it for me tonight. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have Marist College.
Can you hear me, everyone?
We can hear you now.
Great. I'm Kimberly Burton, and I am with Marist College, West Coast admissions representative. And Marist is a traditional liberal arts college, and we are located in the historic Hudson Valley region in a town called Poughkeepsie. And Poughkeepsie is about halfway in between New York and Albany, which is the capital. And our students that attend Marist really love the close proximity they have to New York City, which offers them phenomenal fieldwork and internship opportunities. But as you can see from this slide, our beautiful campus overlooks about 220 acres, overlooks the Hudson River. And pretty much this is your view on campus from many of the residence halls, academic buildings, as well as the library. And then another unique location we have are we offer branch campuses in Florence, Italy, and Dublin, Ireland. So our freshmen can actually study abroad their freshman year, taking freshman core curriculum. And if that isn't something that appeals to you, you can definitely study abroad just for a semester. And then our other campus is our Marist in Manhattan campus. And for our juniors and seniors, we call this Semester in New York, where our students can actually live, work, and learn and while they're internshipping and really get a strong feel to be immersed in city life. Great for majors such as business, fashion, marketing, communication, sports communication. So our student population is about 4,800. We are a residential campus. I would say about 93, 94% of our students live on campus all 4 years. And the feel at Marist is a very close-knit student body. Our students have a very strong sense of community. Students that attend Marist are involved in civic engagement, community service, and giving back. And I'd say at 4,800, the size is really a blessing to us. Our students don't fall through the cracks, and our students are used to small class sizes, a tremendous amount of personal attention from our faculty. At Marist, our professors teach. There are no teachers' assistants, graduate students. And I really think that, professors take the time at Marist to be mentors to you. They are invested and involved in you. And I always like to share with prospective students that at Marist, you get real face time with your faculty. And I think one of the most important features is that they truly value your opinion. And so with that, we have about 50 different majors at Marist with IBM in our backyard. We have a strong, longstanding partnership with them. So business management, finance, accounting, computer science, cybersecurity. Our fashion program is ranked 5th in the US and 25th globally, but other top majors, digital media, games and emerging media, and our education is very project-based at Marist with opportunities for undergraduate research for our students. Luckily, college is a little bit more than academics, and at Marist, we have 80 different clubs and organizations, which are all student run. The Marist Red Foxes are D1 athletes, but we also have 14 or 15 different club and intramural sports. And from the West Coast, we see students coming to us with water polo, crew, lacrosse, soccer, and softball. We are the home of the nationally recognized Marist Poll, which is a nationally recognized research center where our students can work an internship. This is great for majors in communication, political science, data science, as well as analysis. And at Marist, we also have one of the top programs in the country for students that have been diagnosed with learning disabilities. So for those of you in the application process, the important piece tonight is that it is a separate application and separate essay, and Corinne and I will work with you on that. And then we also offer, for current high school students, we offer the summer pre-college program, and this allows current high school students to get a real sense of college life, taking a class in an intended major, living on campus, and the opportunity to earn 3 or 6 college credits. For the last decade, Marist has been test optional. We are on the Common App, and we do take a holistic approach to file review. Some of the numbers really here on this slide are just to offer mid-ranges to give you an idea of our admitted students. And we have our first deadline coming up soon, which is early decision 1 and early action on November 15th. So one of the things that I think is great, if you are able to visit, we do offer a lot of Marist visit days in person and virtual. We are easing our way back into shadow days where you are paired with a student with a similar major or like major. You get to attend class, experience perhaps the Harry Potter dining commons, but I think that's a great opportunity for students to really get the feel of campus and have the opportunity to have current discussions with current students. And of course, for those of you that are unable to travel, we also offer video chats. So we are, I would say, nearly most years, we have all 50 states represented, and we have over 67 countries on campus. So a diverse student body with students from a wide variety of backgrounds. I thank you for joining us tonight, and I will put more information on our major programs in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And a reminder to our participants, you can use that Q&A function to ask questions of our schools here at any time. And up next, we have Binghamton University.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm having some technical difficulties. Let me just try to share again. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Stephanie Swim. I am a counselor here at Binghamton University. I'm also an alum. I attended both my undergraduate and graduate degrees at Binghamton. If anybody knows anything about the SUNY system, we're the largest university system in the country. Binghamton, of the 64 state schools in New York, Binghamton is #1 in most components, most notably academics, placement, and selectivity. So we've been dubbed many names, the SUNY Ivy, most notably, as well as the Public Ivy of New York and the entire Northeast region. So we're really proud of it, and that's kind of what I'm going to go over today. Quick stats, Binghamton by the numbers. So we have about 14,000 undergraduate students. It's a mid-sized school, I would say, compared to the other state schools in New York. We have a first-year class of about 3,000 students. We always like to focus on our retention. We have a 92% retention rate, which is very high for a university of our size, and that means our students like to stay at Binghamton and they like where they've landed. Our academic profile is here and it's public on our website. I will say that this year we are test optional. So my suggestion is always to look at our ranges, and if you fall within them, it's probably best to share those with us. And if you don't, then it probably won't help you much. Binghamton is one university, but we are comprised of 6 intra-schools. First and foremost is our Harper College of Arts and Sciences. This is what Binghamton started out as, and it's quite the range. Biological sciences, natural sciences, as well as our pre-health track. So pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dental, pre-therapy, pre-pharmacy, which is very popular at Binghamton, as well as pre-law. Our College of Community and Public Affairs is human development and social work, so students interested in public sector work. We have our Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences. This is a very competitive program, one of the top in the country, in the Northeast, certainly at this point. Direct entry, which is really important, and placements 100% out of that school. We have our School of Management, which is our business school, so business administration as well as accounting. We are the #1 feeder for the big 4 accounting firms in New York City, as well as the top 10 Forbes 500 financial firms. So we're a big feeder, highly recruited for that school, as well as our Watson College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. This is 5 different engineering programs and very popular computer science. And then we'll round it out with our School of Pharmacy, which is strictly a PharmD program. We just got accredited for that. We have a brand new pharmacy building. We just kind of finished this past year, a little bit of delayed because of COVID, but it's the newest pharmacy facility in the country, and it's beautiful. There's a medicinal garden, there's pseudo pharmacy labs, and there's some health science courses students will take in there if you're doing health sciences track. So really popular, really exciting. Binghamton is an R1 research institute, so we provide and produce the highest amount of research activity of any other academic university on a scale. Because of that, a lot of our honors programs are research based. I won't talk about all of them today, but our FRI program is probably most renowned. It's one of 4 in the country and the only one offered in the Northeast for students interested in STEM. So all of these programs, when you apply to Binghamton, you're considered for all of these programs, as well as scholarships, which we do give quite a bit in terms of merit for out of state as well. So there's no additional application process attached. In addition, our placement's a big part of Binghamton. It's a big part of why we're rated #1. So, the culminating experiences are these impact experiences. So research, internships, service learning, education abroad. I've touched on research. We have an undergraduate research center in addition, so it's just kind of part of the regularly scheduled program here at Binghamton. Internships, we have a nationally recognized award-winning Fleischman Center on campus, so it's our career and professional development center. They do a lot of work with recruiters and placing our students. We also have a lot of endeavors related to service learning, so you can take a lot of courses for credit that's helping communities on campus and off campus. We live in a nice city where you can do so, and just a lot of opportunities to get involved. And then Binghamton, being a part of the SUNY part of the SUNY system, provides the largest abroad network in the country. So if you come to Binghamton, you not only have access to our programs, but all of the other SUNY programs, and over 1,000, which is a very, very large amount of programs. In terms of student life, our students have fun. We're a Division I school, where we also offer a lot of club and rec options. In addition, we have very active music and theater population on campus. Because we're Division I, we have some beautiful facilities on campus for students to get involved in and health and wellness. So it is a very bustling, I would say, student governed campus. We like to quickly touch upon the fact that, you know, we are at that R1 level for research, and we are #1 for sustainability and environmental studies research in the country. We have a 200-acre nature preserve on our campus. We have a plot of land called the Binghamton University Acres that we grow food, and it's served in our dining halls, much like the farm to table program. We have several greenhouses. So it's a very sustainable campus. Binghamton's a nice small city that has everything a city has to offer, but it's easy to navigate, it's safe, and it's a nice place to land for 4 years. Our students, definitely a college town. There's a lot to offer in terms of cultural experiences, restaurants, nightlife, all of that. In terms of value, Binghamton is #7 best value among the nation's publics for out-of-state students. Again, we do give a lot of money for those students. Over 60% of our students graduate with little to no debt. We're really proud of that. And we're one of the only 10 best buy public universities in the nation. So really, in terms of return on investment, Binghamton is something, you know, should be on your radar. Some opportunities here quickly. We have our visit page. You can watch pre-recorded sessions, faculty webinars, student life, student service sessions, lots of sessions. We amped that up because of COVID. So a lot to offer on there. Visit that page if you're interested in Binghamton. There's my contact. Quickly, our early action deadline just passed. It was November 1st. But not to worry, our regular decision deadline is January 15th. Again, our ranges are on our website. We do accept the Coalition app, most commonly the Common App, the Coalition app, and the SUNY application if you're just applying to SUNY schools. And I think that's it. So if you have any questions, I'll provide my info in the chat, and I appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our schools here today for sharing their information. We have some time for some Q&A, so I'll ask everyone to come back on screen if you're able to, and we'll go over a couple of questions. So our first question for tonight is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So you can give everyone your little nuggets of wisdom about going through the college search process. We'll go in the same order, so we'll start with Rutgers, New Brunswick.
I would advise everyone who is in the college search process to either visit campus in person or do some kind of virtual tour. So we have really developed our virtual programming because of COVID, but we are open for in-person tours. So I would definitely recommend coming to campus. If that's not possible, definitely take a virtual tour because it's really important to see how you can fit in on campus.
Okay, and then for myself from Seton Hall, I would do something that I, of course, did not do when I was your age. #1, really, get in touch with your counselors at your school. In your high school, you have some amazing resources that a lot of people don't ever think about using. And then also the admissions counselors at the universities that you're considering applying to. So reach out to us. We have lots of opportunities for you, and we want to connect you with them.
Awesome. I'll go next. I always say you want to spend some time in self-reflection, right? You want to think about what's important to you, what matters to you in a college or university, what's going to be your ideal learning environment. Is the size important to you? Is where the university is located important to you? So sometimes there are lots of other factors in addition to a particular major that are going to help you then to formulate your college list. So think about yourself first and then do your research.
I think, don't get too hung up on the college essay topic that you're trying to write about. I've encountered so many students during this recruitment cycle that are so fixated on finding the perfect topic that they think an admissions counselor wants to hear about, when in reality, we just want you to write about something that you're passionate about, something that allows us to get to know you a little bit better. So really, just be authentic, because I think that authenticity and that personality goes way farther than, picking that perfect topic.
Is it me?
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the things I always like to try and tell students is that try and look at going to somewhere completely different for 4 years, perhaps even if you've never even heard of the college. And one of the ways you can do that, I think all of us, if we're ever in your area and we're doing interviews or offering local information sessions, take advantage of those opportunities. And for those of us schools that look at demonstrated interest, that is a huge bonus as well. So don't be afraid, you can come home, but really great to go and experience a completely different culture for 4 years.
Okay, I'll go now. I'm proud, I mimic what everybody said. That's all great advice. I would say maybe something we haven't touched on yet is communicate. I always tell students, if you're using the Common App, which most students do, or many students do, it's very readable and usable for both students and counselors. But use the additional information section to tell us something. Tell us about sophomore year when there was maybe a downturn in grades and maybe something personal was going on. Talk about maybe how COVID has affected access to clubs and organizations. Just use that section. If we have more context to relate to the more quantitative components of the application, it's only going to benefit you. Again, I think everybody talked about this, but reach out, look up the counselor in your area, or just reach out to admissions in general and communicate. Send your resume along with your application. Just provide that info. It's never going to hurt you. The more information, the better. The more context, the better. It puts you in the best light. And there's not a lot of qualitative components of an application. So the more you can give us, the better. So I think that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your advice and for being here today. And thank you participants for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. So we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. However, this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings, will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great evening.